Hello and welcome, dear aspirants, to this Rapid Explainer Masterclass brought to you by Rungta IAS Academy. I'm Rahul Sir, and joining me today is Anjali ma'am. Welcome, everyone. Today, we've got a really crucial, high-yield current affairs update that hits your General Studies Paper 3 syllabus right on the mark. We're talking science and technology and defense preparedness. Basically, we're looking at a major leap in India's indigenous defense manufacturing. Absolutely, ma'am. It's a total game changer. So let's dive right in and decode exactly why this is such a landmark event for your upcoming examinations. So the news from May 21st highlights a massive breakthrough. We saw a private firm successfully conduct firing trials of indigenous rockets.
Yes, we are talking about the highly anticipated, successful trials of the Suryastra rockets. Now, when you come across developments like this in the newspaper, you've got to immediately start categorizing that information for your prelims, mains, and the interview stage.
Here is our discussion blueprint for today. We'll cover the Suryastra milestone, key trial facts for your prelims, the private sector significance for GS3, and finally, the interview perspective. Rahul, sir.
Let's jump straight to the first segment.
Section 1, the Suryastra milestone, a true paradigm shift. Moving on to Section 2, prelims. Let's look at the key trial facts you absolutely need to memorize. Okay, grab your pens and note this down. The manufacturer is a private sector defense company called Nibe Ltd, based out of Pune. The system? The indigenous Suryastra rockets. Where did the testing happen? The integrated test range. And when? May 18th and 19th.
Exactly. These four facts are your classic prelims fodder. You know, UPSC loves testing the who and the what when it comes to newly developed indigenous technology.
Now, a highly interesting capability was demonstrated during these firing trials. The first critical strike range achieved was 150 kilometers. But it doesn't stop there. 300 kilometers. That is the second, much longer strike range successfully tested. Aspirants, I really want you to lock both these figures, 150 and 300 kilometers, right into your notes. They brilliantly highlight the versatility and the sheer reach of this indigenous system. Let's move to Section 3, the private sector significance, specifically for your General Studies Paper 3. Here is the most crucial takeaway. It marks the very first time an Indian private defense company has demonstrated indigenous long-range rocket systems with this kind of capability. Really, this is the core thesis of our explainer today.
Precisely, ma'am. Think about it. Previously, such strategic, long-range testing was almost exclusively the domain of state-run entities like DRDO. So witnessing this is a massive shift in capability demonstration toward the private sector.
Let's map this directly to your GS Paper 3 syllabus under indigenization of technology. First off, it's a monumental milestone in India's overall defense preparedness. Second, it serves as a brilliant proof of concept. It literally proves that our private sector has the technical maturity to handle incredibly complex strategic systems. And third, it's a clear advancement in indigenous long-range strike tech. So if you get a mains question on Atmanirbhar Bharat in defense, you must use Nibe Ltd and the Suryastra trials as a concrete, contemporary case study. That is exactly how you fetch those extra marks.
Finally, Section 4, the interview perspective. Let's look at the analytical viewpoints. For those of you heading to the powerhouse for the personality test, you really need to articulate a forward-looking, highly analytical viewpoint.
Exactly. So we'll leave you with this provocative question to ponder. How does the success of private players like Nibe Ltd in developing systems like Suryastra actually redefine India's self-reliance in defense? I mean, does it reduce our import dependency? Does it create a more robust military-industrial complex right here at home?
Really think about that, aspirants. Formulate your own opinions. And that brings us to the end of this Rapid Explainer. Make sure you keep your notes updated, stay focused, and keep revising. Thank you so much for joining us at Rungta IAS Academy.